Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had enjoyed your lunch break. Moving ahead with the third segment of today, the next topic is unlocking the potential of learning tools, enhancing retention, reskilling, and realignment by Mr. Gautam Duggal, Director Global Talent Learning at Mastercard. Requesting you all to please give a big round of applause for Mr. Gautam Duggal. Thank you.
Thank you. Am I audible? I think I am. Yes? No? The lunch was really good. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a small video which will set the context of what we're going to talk about. Sir, can I have the video, please?
Most popular toy for toddler, $500. Most popular stuffed animal for toddler, $350. Most popular picture book for toddler, $60. Watching her play with a cardboard box instead, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's Mastercard.
So I thought this was a good opportunity to promote Mastercard, along with, this is the exact video we played for our executives when we said we need to reimagine learning. Enough is enough. My team cannot now chase people to come into sessions and send them reminders. They understood the fact that a lot of times we're creating material which is really good. There is, AI attached to it. There's a lot of other stuff. What people really want to see is, how does this help me back, like the toddler playing with that box. So this is what we did. Our Chief Talent and Learning Officer went ahead and spoke to the executive team in US saying, we need to redesign how we're looking at career development, how we're looking at talent and learning, how we're looking at everything else. We went ahead, spoke to a lot of people, and came back with the fact that people really don't want a lot of learning. Let's be honest. They're like, yes, it's good for me to understand what I'm supposed to do, and that's about it, okay? So stop nudging me to do this new course coming from LinkedIn. Stop nudging me from doing this another video, which will add some sort of an emotional intelligence in me through some nudge. Stop doing that. Let me do my work. And why I'm here is probably two reasons. I want to grow in my career, and I probably want to make more money, which maybe a learning program can help you one off, right? So we looked at the career strategy as a whole, and we realized people are really motivated if they want to grow in their career. That's when they come back, do a lot of learning, they do assignments, they're happy to go abroad. I think all Indians are happy to go abroad. But they're really happy to go abroad and do, big assignments there, settle down. They're happy to come here and take up big roles. How do you enable this? So we came up with a very simple formula, like a cardboard box, which eventually led to these results. And I'll hold on because Mastercard is only 30,000 people across the globe. We are not a very huge organization. We're only 30,000 people across the globe, yes. We don't have a lot of vendors also. We work with a lot of banks. 30,000 employee base is what we have, right? With that, we're able to create a lot of impact, which means I have a lot of really talented people who come here. They spend good 6, 7, 8 years with us. And I think our CEO, our ex-CEO has set the benchmark of becoming the CEO of World Bank now. So we have this really high benchmark to achieve. What we did was we offered a platform which will give you an opportunity to do other things apart from just learning. Not just learning. You could do multiple other things with that platform. You own your career. You drive it. I'm here to support. That's the fundamental of this. How did this help us? We brought this in the year 2020 when the world was shut down. That's the same year I joined Mastercard, and it was really fun to see all executives actually go through a tough time where they could not get in person like this. For them, Zoom calls was a big, big problem. They're like, I can't see you, I can't shake hands with you, I don't really trust you, okay? From there to today, we have almost $21 million of savings through this platform because we've redeployed people here and there We've given them an opportunity to actually explore stuff outside of their roles and do assignments virtually or go down to that particular country and do assignments there. People have spent almost 200,000 hours now doing different stuff apart from just doing courses, right? We do make them do courses. It's not that courses are completely out. We make them do courses, but it's not your general get into a room courses. I'll talk about that. So what did we do? We actually brought in a platform which was our talent marketplace. It had two problems that we had to solve for. One was the problem with the leadership team. My leadership team would always crib about, why do I have to hire or buy talent from outside? Why can't I really see if there are people available in sales functions? There are people available in consulting who could do sales. People available in HR who could do brand marketing, right? Why can't I see that somewhere? Why do I have to rely on one HR business partner for it? I need more data for it. Like any other organization, obviously we also came up with our own HR analytics function. But that HR analytics will give you data. And a lot of times leadership team would come back and say, thank you for this data, so what? What do I do with it? So my boss has this beautiful saying of never let data come in the way of a very good story. So how do you put that story together? Is through Unlock. You get a talent marketplace where you go in and say, I need to hire 20 L&D people for a short-term project, which is to create these lovely e-learning modules. Who do I have in the system? Beyond just the regular L&D team, there are other people who would have done those courses. They might not have taken the opportunity to create one, but they know how to do it. Maybe they've done it in their previous life or in their education system or somewhere. They can freely go ahead and sign up on this platform. When they sign up, it shows up that this guy is available. And you can interview them if you want to. If you don't, let it be. You can simply include them in your project. That's on the leadership side. At least they now get to know in this room how many people are equipped with whatever skills. Then they can filter down, saying, should I pay for their number of hours spent with me? Should I give them some other benefit? Should I take them out for coffee or maybe happy hours, right? It's up to the leadership team. A lot of times you end up meeting people who would be your potential bosses in the future also. Helps us do a lot of internal mobility. I got my current job because of this. I started as a very different individual with Mastercard. 15 months in, they said, oh, I like you because you're on my project. Why don't you come and do this? I'm like, sure, why not? So internal mobility, live example right in front of you. The other thing this helps individuals do is keep a track of where do I want to go from here, right? So the platform gives you access just like LinkedIn. You go, pull in your LinkedIn profile. It updates everything for you. It says, oh, you're very good at these skills because people have endorsed you on LinkedIn. And what do you want to do next? And I would say, I want to become the Chief Human Resources Officer. So it says, oh, you still have 5 years to go because these are the skills in between. And you don't have an exposure of, let's say, running the whole HR team for North America, which means that you have to do another role in between. And then there's a sub-role before that. So there are like 3 or 4 stages before you get there. And then the system starts sending you an AI-generated nudge, which is if then else. It's just a simple nudge saying, hey, you said you wanted to be CHRO in 5 years, right? Today, if you do this course, which is probably coming from anywhere, this will help you build skill, competency at fundamental level, right? There is a course available. You do that course. Right after that course, the system integrates your skill onto the profile. The integration happens. You start getting projects related to it. So let's say somebody picks up a project. Mr. X sends me a project request saying, oh, I see you have that skill. Do you want to build it more? Come do my project. I go in, I do the project. I like it, I don't like it. Or I could figure out somebody who's very extremely skilled at that. I can send in a mentoring request and say, boss, would you mentor me? Maybe they say yes, maybe they say no, right? So I could do multiple things with that. Helps me without even sending multiple reminders to people to do training. Our training numbers have gone up substantially because people are really motivated to grow in their career. And they see training or learning and development as a part of the journey now, right? They don't see it as a separate skill that you need to build because you're in that role. They're aspiring for the next one. So these are all the things that you could do. And obviously, we've taken this product from the market. We didn't develop it. I'm not selling the product. All I'm telling you is what we've done with this. And we've only scratched 20% of the surface. There's a lot more that you could do. I love the part where there are learning cards. So the moment I create my profile, obviously the nudges start happening. There are obviously live courses. They can keep telling me to go for different things. There are e-learning courses. And my big claim to fame has been, we moved a lot of live learning courses over to e-learning and nudges, which has helped us save about $2.7 million in the last year and a half now. And when we calculate this 2.7 is basically the time saved, right? Because a lot of my people that I work with are consultants, so they're on billable time. It's a very easy calculation for me, right? So that's a 2.7 million, which was a great thing to do, but that's a very small amount when you look at the size of the population. What you could also do is you could create your own learning journey. Say, yeah, maybe I want that role, maybe I don't, but I really want to learn this skill of leadership. Sure, go ahead, create your own learning journey. I'm not going to nudge you for it. The system will take care of all of this. Frees up a lot of my resources to send reminders and schedule trainings and do all of that. The system is doing it for you. And basically, the AI-driven learning nudges are nothing but reminding you to finish something. If you don't finish, we don't let you start the next training. It's as simple as that. You have to, if you've signed up, either you withdraw or you finish. There's no in between that you start 5, 6 courses because you're so motivated today and you finish 0, right? That it doesn't work like that. What we also do is we are a very networked organization, which means a lot of the people that I work with would know me, and obviously people that I don't work with would know me through mentoring. And I could reach out for mentoring for multiple things. I'm today getting mentored by somebody who was born in this century. She joined us last year. Her name's Rusha. She is in our Middle East Africa office. She's in Cairo. She's mentoring me on how to use crypto wallets, because they use it there. I have no idea what a crypto wallet is. I don't even have it here. So she's reverse mentoring me. The way this works for us is we send out requests to one another, just like on LinkedIn. You send in friend requests and you accept. And then we add a little liner there saying, hey, could you mentor me on these things? It doesn't have to be a lifelong mentoring. We're just doing it for 2 months. Once I learn what a crypto wallet is and how it works, it's going to end. But I would know her for the rest of my life, right? If tomorrow somebody would call out her name to say, is that a good talent? Based on my experience, she's great talent. She knows what she's talking about, right? So it helps you create that credibility without even going and working for people. Obviously, we are mentoring for people leaders. We've actually cut down on a lot of people leadership training programs. And the reason for that is two. One is ChatGPT. The other one is you generally need help when you're in trouble. If you want wisdom of leadership, please go to ChatGPT. If you want wisdom of leadership, go to ChatGPT, ask, how do I let go of somebody? What question should I ask during coaching and all that? Why do you have to come together and spend time, no? The other thing that we do is, through mentoring, you match up with somebody who does leadership well. And they've done this before so many times. So when you're in trouble and ChatGPT is not helping you, reach out to that mentor and say, boss, how do you let go of 3 people in your team because they're not performing? And they tell you how to suck it up and take that action, right? This, a training program doesn't train you on, right? Obviously, cross-functional, cross-geography, because we are a global team, we work 24/7. And also reverse mentoring. I am mentoring one of the senior executives at the C-suite level on how to use ChatGPT to create presentation summaries. Because she would always give this work to her executive assistant, and that lady would reach out to 5 other people saying, hey, how do you make sense of this data? Don't. Go to ChatGPT. This will help you out. But that executive is at that level, but that they don't have time to explore, right? Their time is more valuable than mine. So when they actually get onto the platform, they'll give me a call saying, okay, I'm trying this, it's not working. What do I do next? Just helps me create a more credible option in front of them when they think about the next CHRO. which I don't think they are. Career coaching. So career coaching is very new concept for us that we are trying. A lot of our people are very smart, so they get actually picked up from huge banks, and they just at double the salary. So we lose them at a very fast pace. The easier way of saying this is we are a net exporter of talent to the industry, right? But literally we are not. We are struggling with keeping people here and making sure that they have room to grow. But it's not that we want to keep everybody here, right? We also want to make sure as L&D function, is Gautam the right person sitting in that role? Or is there another role for him? I know his role is critical, but is he the right person? If not, is there another role? And if yes, let's nudge him to do some career coaching. Let's not make decisions on his behalf, but as a leadership team, we all agree that he needs to figure out something else as well. Because I need to find somebody who's hot talent, come in and do wonders here. So we do career coaching and skill matching on that platform itself. And obviously leaders, developing leaders through mentoring and all the other things. Networking is big, big, big for us. You actually do a lot of beautiful stuff through this. Then comes my favorite part of how I got the job, which was projects. You sign up for projects. They could be 15 days. They could be 6 months. My project was 3 months. Some of the projects had the option to travel. So when COVID had gone away, we were all traveling all over the world. But now it's more virtual, hybrid, and all of that. You could also do volunteering here. Now, Mastercard is an organization which is big on priceless planet. We have a pledge to, I think, put in 100 million trees by 2025. We're also partnering with the government of Saudi Arabia because they're creating a forest within Saudi Arabia. Like they're literally cutting down between there's desert and they're putting trees there. We're a major collaborator over there. So we want our people to also do good outside of work, right? And these volunteering activities are not one-off. This is not our CSR activity primarily, right? This is how we connect back to the governments. This is how we connect back to people. This is how we connect back to businesses and go down to different levels and understand what people in Riyadh actually want. What the government is saying great, but what people really want, and then come out with different products for them. Volunteering also helps our employees to actually build skills. We push our new talent in to take lead on these volunteering projects so that they get some leadership experience or they get some project management experience. So we do all volunteering activities here. For volunteering, we don't make them travel because otherwise everybody will be in Saudi Arabia. The last one is obviously opportunities. This launched on Monday. Because you're doing all of this beautiful stuff, people want an integrated experience. They don't really want to go to Workday and search for a job. That's a feedback we got. Is, yeah, beautiful, but how do I know that there is this opportunity open now? Because all you're telling me is go to this platform, do this, do that, do this. But when the job opens, I get to know about it on LinkedIn, or I have to go search, or I have to put like a reminder to go in and search. He said, no worries, we'll put in opportunities here, which is primarily, it'll now nudge you saying there are 3 opportunities available in these 3 different places. You can apply for it directly. Through this, what we've also done is we've cut down the talent acquisition team's filter in between. Okay, so historically, all the people who've done talent acquisition, the recruiters would put out an internal job posting, and they will start getting the applications. And based on their knowledge of what brief they've gotten from the leadership team or the hiring manager, they will filter out the applications, put them in tier 1 applications, tier 2 applications, tier 3 applications. Because of that, a lot of people were very unhappy. Is when I'm applying, at least give me an opportunity to either take a test or do an interview. All you're telling me is because my CV does not have that skill or my job does not have that skill, you're putting me in a tier 3 application. Thank you so much. So this cuts that out because now the leadership team can see, the hiring manager can actually see on my job How many people have applied? Where are they sitting? What all skills do they have? If they know somebody who's applied that they really like, they can shortlist and not directly hire. So the system does not let you hire directly. You have to shortlist people, right? Through this, you actually have a better opportunity or a better chance to speak to people and actually get some feedback as well. We do solicit feedback through this, both from hiring managers and the candidate saying, how was your interview? And the candidate says, the hiring manager knows nothing, which is true. We've seen that feedback. Hiring managers know nothing. They were asking me about where do I see myself in 5 years from now? Like, no, that's a problem. That's a very big problem. So obviously, this will nudge you to do other things as well. How do we keep sustaining this? So if you track us on LinkedIn or any other social media page, every year we do this activity, which is a career week or a career month, depending on which location you are. It makes sense to do a career month in India because we have almost 4,000 people in India, but it doesn't make sense to do a career month in Portugal. We only have 300 people there. So we do a career week there. But what we primarily do is we have all these activities just nudged through the leadership team. Is the leadership team coming to them and saying, are you using this platform? Are you doing these trainings? Are you applying for these jobs? Are you moving internally? It's not the HR anymore. So once a year, you will hear this from us. But every now and then, you will see people changing jobs. We have a problem if you're in your job for more than 3 years. We have a big problem. As a company, you have that DNA. If you're in your job for more than 3 years, there's a red flag that comes up, irrespective of your performance. Somebody has to replace you there, and you have to go replace someone else, right? So this platform really helps us over there. That's all I had. Any questions? And I think I'm in time, 6 seconds. That's it? Q&A? Oh. That's a new job. That's a new job. No, the title would have changed then. So when you say your job evolved, perfect, but your department changed. But your time and role changed. Something would have changed. That's a change for us. So when we say time and role, that means the current role, irrespective of your title, irrespective of your salary or whatever, that role that you're doing, if it's the same for 3 years or more, change. And that's where they come back to talent and learning saying, you're not doing your job well. And I go back to the platform saying, we need to do something different. Good question. Thank you. That's it? Great. Please keep using your Mastercard so that we keep making money. Sure.
Yes. Hi, I belong to Genpact, and my question was around your talent marketplace.
Yes, ma'am.
One of the big challenges that we have when we run something like this is to get supervisors to release talent, which is really good.
Yeah.
Normally, people who have this thing to look for new roles are also people who are really good in the system. What's the change management that you do for making this happen? I know it's a tough question. I don't expect the right answer, but I'm just wondering what's happening.
Okay, so what's happening is, so our box example from the beginning, we have kept our processes very big and open, okay? I have worked at organizations that have flipped in like a second, saying, oh, from today we'll go HR as agile. We'll stop doing talent successions. We will stop looking at our hypo talent because everybody is equal to us. That's not how Mastercard operates. Because there are certain processes which are so embedded, like our talent management and succession process, everybody has to go through it. So even at a team leader level, they have to do a calibration every year, right? And when you're doing that calibration every year, people will ask you that question is, why are you not letting go of Gautam? Oh, he's great talent. He's the one who's meeting all the numbers. Thank you. So HR business partner makes a note, and then we move from there. But such leaders, we've exited such leaders, honestly. You have to cut your losses, no? Yes, ma'am.
Something that we are doing at Siemens as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
So the talent marketplace that you were just mentioning about, that's something that we launched in the year 2021 at Cvent. And your question that how do you let these leaders let go of their high performers? Of course, it's a very difficult thing to do. So at the time when we were just, ideating about this project, what we did was that, as they say that, the most notorious child in the class must be made the monitor. We made a committee of all the leaders who were supposed to be a part of the donor functions, where we felt the most movement is going to happen out of, and the receptor functions as well. So we created a committee and we involved all the leaders in the process of creating this program so that each one of them becomes the sponsor.
Yeah.
So that was a trick of making sure that, the leaders were ready to let go of people. Because people will not stay if they don't get to do what they are interested in doing.
True. I've actually convinced one of my leaders in Europe to say, this guy is your successor. If you don't let him go, he'll take your job in the next 6 months. That guy was gone in like a week. But that's a trick. Sorry, I am taking more
So
time.
that's
Thank
okay,
you so
that's
much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Oh.
so much, everyone.
I'll come down, we'll talk. Thank you.
Requesting you, sir, to please be on the stage for the felicitation. And now I would like to call upon stage Mr. Jitendra Panihar, CHRO at Fiat LO, requesting you to please be on the stage to felicitate Mr. Gautam Duggal. Can we have a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please?
This demo